Dave and Jay versus the world.
Nice.
Oh, my fault. I thought.
Fuck.
Welcome to another episode of Dave and Jay versus the world. This is our redo intro because apparently the introduction that I wanted
was
to do
way too racist
and that
to
is
start
not
with.
true. It's
Okay.
not racist.
Okay, it's not too. Go and give everybody a little taste of how you were going to start this.
Welcome to another episode of Dave and Jay.
Let me stop
That's
you there.
from-
Let me stop you there. Let's never do that.
Look, okay, now
We can't start like that. Do you want any Asian fans?
all
It's
I'm
the
s-
largest
yeah,
market
well, one, I think
in
that was
the
a
world.
really good Japanese accent. Number two, that is Aku from, it wasn't necessarily a Japanese accent as much it was an impersonation, or an impression rather, of Aku from Samurai Jack.
It was
Long ago,
no,
in a
don't do
distant
it.
land,
It was
I,
right in-
Aku. Nobody
Nope.
remembers that? Everybody remembers
It
that.
was right
Did you
in
ever-
your face, racist.
No,
Right off.
no. That was endearment. I love the Japanese, okay?
Name three things about the Japanese you like.
Takira Oriyama. Oh, who made
Akira Toriyama.
Akira, yeah.
There you go. You don't even know how to pronounce their names.
Hey, it's hard
but you
names
sure
to
do know
pronounce,
how to-
dude.
You sure do know how to make fun of them.
Look,
though, don't you?
we love Dragon Ball Z. We have tiny cats that you got for a discount because there's a chipped ear.
Asian cats.
Yeah,
we love cats.
Buddha. This is a Tibetan thing, really,
That's
but we
Tibetan.
have that. But we love Eastern
Asians.
Eastern culture, Eastern
I
Asian
love
culture.
Korean barbecue.
Oh my God! Right. So this is a celebration of, and also
Like I love Philippines.
samurai.
They're
well,
not.
They're not really. They're kind of Hispanic, but
They're kind of like Hispanic Hawaiians.
yeah. Did you ever watch Samurai Jack?
No.
You never watched
I
Samurai
wasn't
Jack?
a big Samurai Jack guy.
Samurai Jack is the shit. It's an excellent show. It's the same animator who did Powerpuff Girls, and I was like, he wanted to flex and show like, and Dexter's Lab too. Dexter's Lab was the same animator.
I'm not every one of those cartoons that you're naming. I'm not a big fan of.
I think
I'm
they were a little bit after your
Yeah, I'm
your
a little
time.
old for those.
That's fine.
You
that's
know, I
fine.
was like,
Yeah,
Transformers right there.
Things with dog shit
Thundercats.
animation. Thundercats, dog shit animation. Let's keep going. He-Man, dog shit animation. Those are.
It wasn't dog shit animation. It was great for the time.
Yeah, well,
I hate it when they went over to that stupid computer-generated Ninja Turtles crap.
like the CG Ninja Turtles, but the original Ninja Turtles, I love that animation. Something about that is
tell you.
it was so perfect.
This
it was
is a pretty hard opening.
what?
This
What?
is a
Because
hard
of the
opening.
because of the Japanese.
The racism, the shitting on my childhood.
No. Well, I apologize for the shitting on
all
your
of
childhood.
it.
Let's get into a little bit of. It's been 2 weeks.
Sure do.
And of
also,
course, Mm-hmm.
let's start this with an apology to everybody because you weren't here last Sunday.
That's true.
Because he wasn't feeling good.
That's true.
He either has mono or Lyme disease.
don't
We're
have-
still not sure yet.
maybe hookworm.
Could have the
be
hookworm.
hookworm.
Okay, so from Dave and Jay, we wanted to extend to you a formal DJVW apology. 1, 2, 3. We're sorry. Okay, you can't do
I'm
that.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
No,
I am
now
sorry.
you got to
though.
apologize for that.
No, I'm not
It's
apologizing
just
for
that
my Aku. All right.
This is going to be a complete podcast of apologies.
Look, I went to Georgia on a business trip for work, a work related trip, and we went to
Clan
this,
meeting?
Wasn't not a clan meeting, not a clan meeting, but I will say didn't see any people of the of a darker skin tone.
I
It
told
was
you.
almost entirely white folk.
It's very segregated down
It is
there.
very segregated, but we're also going to a thing where you're jumping big trucks off of ramps and stuff, and that's always been
not
kind
necessarily
of a yee white boy kind of
Yeah,
a move to
not a
do.
black dude thing.
Not a black dude thing. They always seem to kind of stay away from things that are obviously going to cause
Whitish.
injuries. Well, obviously
Yeah.
whitish, but that is also a synonym for self-sustained injuries. So
Yeah,
where
white guys are all about that.
white people like to explore haunted houses.
Sure do.
Black people don't like to explore.
That's not necessarily their thing.
Yeah, white people like to do things like Jackass.
Yep.
Ever wonder why there's no black members of Jackass? It's pretty obvious. Black people have an acute sense for danger, and
Yeah.
they're not ones to put themselves in
As-
harm's way.
As Dave is trying to crawl out of this racism hole that he dug for
This
himself.
is a big. Hey, look, race is an important subject that
can
I'm trying to
we-
highlight right now. All
so
right?
your Georgia trip.
My Georgia trip, that's right. Completely void of black people. And also, a lot of jumping of... I got a second case of tennis elbow in my other arm because what you're doing is you're
You got a weak upper body, can't hold on
I got
to
a very
the
strong
steering
upper
wheel.
body. I didn't drive. I looked at that and I was like, I'm not fucking. Somebody tried to say, hey, why don't you take my truck? Oh yeah, why don't I take your very expensive truck 12 hours south to Georgia to jump it off of giant ramps, sail
So-
8 feet high through the air.
Instead, you took your Hyundai accent.
No, an Elantra.
sent
You
that-
watch your mouth.
Sorry,
you watch your mouth.
Elantra. You sent that through the air like Dukes of Hazzard.
No, I did not. She would have never. I'll tell you, dude. What's amazing though is some of these they felt like car accidents over and over again. And at one point, we probably got 7-8 feet in the air off this big ramp that we hit like 60 miles per hour.
Yeah.
This thing slams down into the dirt, nearly nose first,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
hurt real bad. Drove it home. 12 hours
Like
perfectly
nothing
fine.
ever happened.
Dude,
Stopped
I mean,
at the
that's-
Chick-fil-A.
How insane is that? We had a Chick-fil-A truck.
Oh, Chick-fil-A sponsors Georgia. They might as well be the state
Yeah.
sponsor.
Your
Yeah.
brother was saying they were founded, and I'm not going to Google this. Your brother's very sharp. I'm going to take his word for it. That they were founded, or the original birthplace of Chick-fil-A was Haight, Georgia.
Yeah, and my brother, when he was doing the voiceover, because Josh does Fast Food
Yep,
Face Off on
yep.
YouTube, check him out. But he pronounced it Hadget or something
Yeah.
like that, because it's like
It's a weird
H-A,
spelling.
And then he got a call from my brother-in-law. I was like, hey, man, it's pronounced Haight, Georgia. And
Does
then
your
he's like-
brother-in-law sound like that?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, he's
so he-
super country.
Yeah, but your brother wanted to avoid any
He didn't want to
parallels between.
accidentally, be like, so talking about Haight, Georgia, be like,
Yeah.
damn, this guy's whole food channel is about his distaste for the South.
Yeah, which
The chicken's delicious. My distaste, rather, is for the Southerners.
Yeah, I did meet some characters down there though. Lots of cowboy hats, lots of Southern accents, which is very hard to not emulate. I find it difficult to not fall into a Southern accent.
Oh, when I'm down there, I'm like, thank you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, it's hard.
It's such a gracious,
I want to do it so bad.
warm, inviting kind of a tone or an accent that you just can't help but.
I've been doing this one thing where I go, my boy. So I go, hey, be careful, my boy. That's
Yeah.
And I'm catching myself doing that a lot. And it was from the African guy, South African guy in
Okay.
90 Day Fiance. The other way, the one
The
guy.
South African. Oh,
Yeah, so I've been doing that a lot
The guy
lately.
with the she
Yeah.
has a little kid.
Yeah, and
yeah.
She's a dime. She's
She
a
is a
little
dime,
overweight,
that's right.
but
But still a
you
cutie
can
pie.
lose that shit.
Yeah.
She's absolutely gorgeous. But I've been doing that my boy thing,
boy,
and
he
Josh
did
is
say
like,
that.
"Can you please stop doing that? It's not going to catch." I'm like, I'm not even realizing that I'm trying.
just
I'm not trying to make
certain
it catch.
things you just pick up and you want to.
and I like it.
Yeah, that one, by the way, was sad because he was distanced from the kid after they built a relationship. And
Oh,
then
he
they
was
got,
a
and I was
compulsive
like, oh,
gambler.
He was
too.
a compulsive gambler.
That's
Definitely
the
a cokehead.
worst disease to have.
Gambling?
It's not a disease. It's not like a tumor.
No,
or
but
cancer.
it's the express
worst.
route to just doom.
It's the worst. When you're looked down on in the addiction community, it's
Yeah.
like, damn. I mean, I smoke crack, but
Yeah,
that's
you'd be
terrible
better off slamming
that you
H.
can't have $1 in your pocket.
and then you're going and borrowing money from people, and
It's
you're
bad.
you're
Yeah,
betting the boat in the house. But it was an interesting trip. There was this one dude that I would be remiss if I didn't mention it. Big corn-fed Southern boy. I'm talking like 6'3", 6'4".
listen to the show.
He should. He's a good.
Oh,
you know
really?
You know what's interesting? I want to pause for a second. You mentioned the people up here. Maybe you don't have this happen to you, but I have this happen to me all the time. You mentioned people. Hey, I have a podcast. I do boxing. I whatever your hobby may be. People don't give a shit up here. In the South, the second you mention any kind of extracurricular activity or interest that you have outside of just work, they light up. They're like, "Dude, that's so cool that you do that. I can't believe
Really?
that. That's oh my god, yeah."
I don't know. I get a lot of people are into, well, I'm just a genuine leader, and people want to be into what I'm into, where it's like they see you're a beta, and they're like, I want to get away from whatever that guy's into.
No.
Because obviously his life has gone to crap.
No.
And there's no way I'm going to listen to anything that guy has
I've
to say.
got a good life. I've got a very
You're
nice
getting there.
life.
You're getting there.
I found myself. I didn't mean to slip into that.
It's not getting it. It's holding on to it, Dave.
That is a problem. Well,
it's holding on to the life.
I've
is
been
the
having
real...
a lot of existential crises lately, where I'm acutely aware of I'm on an upswing right now, and life is such that there
You're doing
will
good.
be a downswing.
I'm proud of you.
Well,
I honestly, I don't want, because I was
Oh,
talking
you're gonna
to
get
this,
genuine?
I was talking about this to Stephanie. I was
Okay.
like, Dave has gotten, he's really put his shit together since we started hanging out.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to say that I'm a large part of
way.
that. And then she's like, do you think he'll ever admit it?
Don't take from my success.
If you can't go, you know what, Jay?
You just got to have...
Iron sharpens iron. And yes, it's a large part of my success is thanks to you.
No,
I don't need you to say it because I know.
No, wait a second.
But all of this...
You just can't help
but
to take what I'm having and go, I did this.
I like to think that I'm 80% of what happened.
We're
to
gonna
the 100% that is your life.
We're gonna get a little bit deeper into the terribleness that is embedded seemingly permanently into your character. We're gonna get into it. But let me finish a little bit with this Georgia story. Now I told you. So don't in the fucking microphone while I'm talking.
I should have got
don't
a rain.
hydrate.
Should have got a rain
with such a level of satisfaction that you're. Look,
it's just I feel great about myself because how well you're doing,
thanks.
I feel I'm a large part of that.
I don't feel like I should thank you for that. I don't. That doesn't feel good. Don't slurp while I'm talking, man.
Continue about our life.
You are so disrespectful. It's not our life. This is my life.
I feel like I'm shared in that, and I can't believe you have your fucking sound on. You
I never do that.
I
never do that.
Now
listen,
shit. Go.
I was talking 6'3", 6'4", corn-fed boy.
Sure.
He's a Marine or in the Navy.
Okay.
Big fucking dude. Super muscular.
Think you take him?
No, definitely not. Nice guy. Really nice guy. And super cheerful, super positive, very funny. What ends up happening is I got a boy, good buddy of mine, dick grabber. Grabs a lot of dicks.
That's what happens when you're around the guys.
He just goes, hey, you can grab your dick. Now, it's my understanding that the first time my boy met this giant man named Cliff, sweetheart of a guy, very, very, very good company, reached from behind him, never met him, never shook his hand, reached from behind, grabbed his dick.
You don't want to lead with a dick grab. It's always sketchy.
I don't know. That's the most alpha move I can think of.
Dude, I know a couple alphas. None of them tried grabbing my dick, bro.
This guy's huge, right? I mean, if you saw him, and he's a Marine.
Why would somebody grab a dick?
High school,
on the first
college wrestling.
Okay.
I saw his single leg. Saw his single leg four times.
Single leg.
By the way, nice single leg.
Okay.
And also competitive arm wrestler, things like that.
God damn.
Didn't do a damn thing.
Dude's a stud.
Didn't do it. It's because you ever watch Avatar? Remember in Avatar, Tanaktamun? What was the name of the big bird? Tenanagru? The big red bird. You remember the big red bird? You remember, right?
I remember the fucking
Remember
red
the
bird.
idea was
I'm just trying to hear you pronounce it.
Tanaktaru. Nothing comes from above Tanaktaru, right? Because nothing looks at Tanaktaru as if it's a prey animal.
I don't think that's his name.
Probably not his name.
Tanaktaru. I don't think it is.
You got to roll that R. But nothing.
I see you.
Nothing looks at Tanaktaru like a prey animal.
I got you. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Nothing hunts lions. I get it.
Cliff's a lion.
Yeah.
My man grabbed his
like a
dick,
jackal.
Right?
Yeah.
He doesn't know what to do. He kind of freezes up and he gets upset a little bit.
I would too. If some guy I just don't know. I can take a joke as good as anybody, but
you'd come and get yours later. But in the moment,
yeah,
you wouldn't do a damn thing.
Well,
you wouldn't do a damn. In the moment, you'd go, "What the fuck?" And
I mean, look, dude, I don't like confrontation or getting upset.
Sure.
If somebody's playing around like that, I can just go, "All right, now that's enough."
But after you figured the moment out, later on, you'd come back and you.
I don't think I'd get it. I don't think I'd get back at him. I don't
no,
think
you
I'd
wouldn't
clap
hurt
back
him,
at him.
but you'd get silly with him.
Yeah.
You'd get real silly with him.
I don't know. I've never had a guy just come and grab my dick like that. So I don't know how I'd react. But I mean, we used to play like nutshot games and I was pretty okay with that. I'm not one of those guys.
Well, this dude's been grabbing my dick and what I think is the alpha move is I just put the crotch out and I go ahead, big boy.
Is this guy like, does he have a wife?
Yeah, met her. Sweet girl, church-going girl, very wholesome, very much maternal.
You should start grabbing his wife's vagina.
She yells at him. She goes,
like,
why do you
grab
fucking
me,
do that to people?
I'm grabbing your wife's breast.
Why do you do that to people is what she says. Why people don't want that done. She's very rational. Why do you do that?
Is he autistic?
He's I've never seen a more capable mechanic in my fucking life, dude.
Is it John?
No, it's not Jeff. I watched him tear apart an axle and put it back together in like 15 fucking minutes in the dirt in Georgia. He put a fucking moving blanket down, grabbed a tote full of tools, disassembled.
Hey, buddy, do you need anything? How about a Mountain Dew or a dick to grab? Well, I could use both.
He's
man.
an idiot savant.
Yeah.
He's an idiot savant. He's the Rain Man of the mechanic world.
Yeah.
And his flaw, his thing that makes him a little bit different from everybody else, is that he fancies himself a cock grab. And so he does this to end my story. Does it several times to Big Cliff, and all of a sudden Cliff's eyes go all black like a shark, and I recognize what happened.
Like a doe.
I've shotgunned, I don't know, 15 beers or something by this point because these boys go hard, and I'm sauce, but I go. No, and I try talking him down. I go, Cliff, no, look. He said, no, don't do it. There's no reason, Cliff, and he just fucking brushes past me. And you know when you're like fighting and you don't really look at them anymore when you're shooting for takedowns and stuff. You're just looking at a fixed position on the ground. He just starts staring at the ground and shooting over and over again for that single leg, picking them straight up in the air, putting them down real gentle like.
But the thing is, you could avoid
better
all
than you
that
because you would hurt somebody.
Well, Alex knows all about that.
You would.
Sorry, Alex.
You would hurt somebody because you don't take care of people, Jay.
I do take care of people.
No. Well, you give things. You give gifts. You're the Sour Patch Kid. Is first you're sour, then you're sweet. That's you.
Actually kind of accurate. Well, what happened is, moving on from your
please.
Amazing Georgia story.
Don't insult my story.
Glad we got to listen to that
4
for the last
single
8
legs.
minutes.
Go on.
Yeah, okay. So Alex, Super Friend Sit Down, I posted on our thing, he trained today. Mm-hmm. So he's training for the fight with Dave. Mm-hmm. That's happening the 21st of November.
Does he know that? Did you talk to him?
In the fall? Yeah, it's going down.
Okay.
Yeah. I got the okay from the gym owners. We're set to pop. We got our ref. We got our judges. Mm-hmm. We're going to make it a real fun thing.
Okay.
So
our commentators.
Got our commentators,
That's
got
right.
the color guys.
That's right.
Not colored guys. We got color commentators.
So you're
but also
training.
Marcus is black.
By the way, you're training my opponent, which is so very Jay of you.
Well, the thing is, he's got to learn some stuff. He can't just go in there completely cold, and it's not fair to him. You know, and I mean, you should be like Goku. You should want to fight somebody who's got some kind of ability. You don't want to fight like weaker guys.
Of course, but that's not what's happening here.
Well, he's a big guy, but he's not like as handed as you are.
Sure.
You know, I mean, you've been doing this for a while.
Okay.
Something you do. You've been doing. I've been fighting for like 7 years.
It's a long time.
You started with me.
It's a long time.
You know, you didn't stay with it, but you started.
I haven't.
So you got some time in. You got some mittens on you. Mm-hmm. Alex, this is the first time. He hit me pretty good in the first round. I like sat down for like a straight right or a straight left to the body. He changed levels and clocked me right in the face. Yeah, he did pretty good. And then because I can't see myself react to this, he said he saw my eyes go from like moving around to now there's a look of like.
As they do.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Well, the thing is, I don't have my eyes. I don't know how the crazy eye looks.
Yeah.
So the next round, I proceeded to put it on him a little bit because I'm like, oh, obviously, you know, I got to get mine back at least.
Right.
So, you know, the video,
is there video?
Well, not video. There's pictures of his nose bleeding. He's got a raspberry
here's
under
the
his
thing. I just want to
eye.
talk to Alex for a second. Hey, Alex, don't fucking reach out to Jay to help you train.
No. I'm the guy you want, Alex.
You'd be better off just fighting me because I, in an exhibition match, would have the good enough sense to not crack you in the fucking nose and make you leak.
You gotta learn how to take a shot. He's got to understand.
Sure.
He's never been in a fight.
Sure,
so
but
he
you
has
have
to know.
a fantastic track record of taking care of your friends.
I took that leg.
You took my leg. I got a limp now.
Remember
when it
me.
rains, I got a limp.
That's right. When it's cold,
it aches when it's cold, and I never forget. Every time I wake up on a cold, stormy night, I go, "Oh, Jay, you son of a bitch!" All right, so you have this thing. We're just letting your friends know what the fuck it is.
Well, I wouldn't have hit him that hard had he not hit me that hard, and I thought it was like just a move around thing, you know. And I gave him a couple good shots to the body. He understands what that's like. Didn't like those very much.
No, didn't like them?
No, he didn't. He was like, I think that one did it. I think that was like, no, you still got to finish the round. You got to push through that kind of stuff.
Sure.
Okay? Because life doesn't stop coming.
That's true.
Neither does me.
You don't
like
stop.
a T1000. I will
Jay
come
does
on
not
everything.
stop coming.
Dude, I come everywhere.
I don't know, man. It's I should have expected that. I didn't think about it. I just said, oh, okay, Jay's gonna be a piece of shit. He's gonna move around. Of course, he's a huge guy.
Well, you know what he's got that the CrossFit world has given him is kind of that fast twitch. Because when I was like changing levels, he changed levels just as fast as I did to defend. Okay. So he's doing a pretty good job.
Did you shoot on him? Is there any kind of...
I didn't try to like, I didn't try to do any trips or anything like that because we are doing a shoot box, so you can box and shoot. Yeah. So single legs, doubles. You can double leg if you want. He's a big boy. It ain't going to be easy to get him up.
Throw my spine out.
Yeah, but he did okay this morning, He got to train with some of our guys at Lionheart. Sure. And he got to get a taste of what it's going to be like. And he was able to do all 3 rounds. We did 3 2-minute rounds. He was able to push through that. He did some drills. He did some bag work. He did some mitts. So he's got another 4 weeks.
I'm surprised.
So
did you guys go move around first, or did you do mitts?
No,
we
did. We moved around at the end. At the end, right before strength conditioning, we did 3 2-minute rounds. Okay. And then while I was doing that, my boy Terrence was doing mitt work with Tristan. Okay. So Tristan was there, kind of giving me a hand and stuff like that. Funny thing is, like, you leave the gym, bloody nose, busted eye. Now I need that $25. Drop it.
It's unbelievable, Jay. It's unbelievable the way
you don't cough the $25 out.
Now we're gonna have an issue.
Now I really gotta hurt you.
I just can't believe. I was listening to Super Friends and their most recent episode. I forget what. I think it's called Spooky something. It's got a lot of O's in it. Yeah. And if you listen to it, in the first 20 minutes, they talk about our upcoming fight, and there seems to be this confusion on who initiated the fight. More or less, what was the and I came to the realization that it was you.
Oh.
That it was you. Shit. Alex thinks it was
Thinking
me.
about it, I think I was.
Yeah. Alex thinks it was me, and I thought it was him. And then
that's because I
told you
it was him.
Yeah.
And then I told him it was you.
Oh, you son of a bitch. So you pigeonholed both Alex and I into this. I'll tell you what, me and Alex are going to have a fight against you.
I feel pretty confident.
You feel comfortable?
Yeah.
That's disrespectful, bro.
Do you really think you and Alex could beat me up?
I don't know. If I had to put some thought into it, I mean, maybe, but I'd have to
feel bad for the first guy.
I think what I'd do is I'd get Alex to go in front.
Sure.
And I'd have him engage with you. And then what I'd do is I'd slip around his side, crack you, get back behind him.
Okay. So
slip around the other side, crack you.
So using him as a human shield.
But I mean,
You think you'd be able to get some licks in?
Yeah, I think a few, yeah.
I think when Alex took that first kick to the body or kick to the leg.
You kicked him in the body?
No, I didn't. I'm saying if this was a street fight and you guys both came after me.
What the fuck, dude? You took Alex's hip, dude.
No, I wouldn't do that. It was weird, I'm not going to lie, like sparring without kicking. Yeah. It was weird because I'm used to like, because I'm like, oh my God.
Putting it all together.
Yeah, it's more like a thing, like a mixing it up. And when it's just boxing, I'm like, oh, I could box okay. But really my thing is I'm a kickboxer or a striker, And
you like a full repertoire. You like all the tools.
I like to mix it up, baby.
Yeah.
Just
like
I mean,
there's
my
a lot of
ice cream
tools.
fixins.
Why would you only pigeonhole yourself to a hammer?
Yeah.
Right?
So through the training, I realized that like he's going to be able to defend the body shots that you're definitely going to be able to. That you're going to go for. I kind of told him, like, more or less, I'm like, look, Dave's going to try to work your body because it's hard for him to hit your head. You're bigger than he is,
But I also don't want to blast him in the fucking face. I mean, we
you
had
guys
this conversation
better because
before.
people are going to pay money
But
to
you
see
told
this
me,
fight.
you were like, don't fucking...
Strike hard.
Don't strike him in the fucking face.
No mercy.
No mercy. Is that Cobra Kai?
Yes, it is Cobra Kai.
It is funny
Cobra
though.
Kai never dies, bro.
When I listen to their podcast...
I am kind of like...
The guy from I don't watch it. It's so sitcom-y. It feels like a fucking. It feels like a WB show. I can't.
It is, except nobody's like clapping in the background.
Yeah, I can't stand a laugh track. Laugh tracks piss me off. Like if you're gonna tell me when to laugh, I'm gonna refuse outright. I'm not gonna do it. I don't like being told what to do. You know
dude, I know. That's why it was really hard for me to learn how to fight because I was like,
yeah.
And then when I got my ass kicked, I was like, oh, I need to learn. I definitely need to learn how to do this.
I could come out of this getting my ass whooped. It's a high likelihood that I could fight Dave
But
and I could lose.
that's the difference between you and Alex, because I'm like, Dave has already mentally, he's already seen how this fight goes, and the way he's going, that he's going to be the champion of the. See, that's the Conor McGregor in you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what I
That's
wish you
the
would.
champion in you, where you're like, no, the we have to just get this over with, but the fight has already happened.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's
my
already
destiny
happened.
is already like
It's 100%. I know that.
Unless he cracks you and
he
knocks
could
you
crack
out.
me. He's a big boy, you know. If he manages to shoot on me, I've got a scramble on me, and I could stuff a takedown. But if he manages
Sure
to,
gonna have to.
Yeah, well, if he manages to pull it off all the way, you
A
know,
lot of dude fall on top of you, about 265
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
pounds of dude.
You get reset after the takedown, but fuck, that's a lot of dude falling on me.
Yeah, and just like fending off a takedown and then having
It's exhausting.
to, yeah, it really is.
It's exhausting. It'll take a lot, and especially somebody who I don't know if he's what did he say? He's 250.
He's every bit.
He's every bit of 250.
He's a thick boy. He's like a Spanish
80
refrigerator.
pounds heavier than me. Oh, by the way, Alex, I'm Uruguayan. I found out that he's Uruguayan, and I kind of feel like we bear a weird resemblance to each other. Like
You
I
look
could
like
be
a
a small
shorter-
him. Yeah, I
yeah,
could be a small
for
him.
sure.
And that's that.
And
That's
he's
that
a
Uruguayan.
taller, not as good looking.
Yeah. And that's that Uruguayan bloodline. That's that South American. So we're
gotta-
hermanos. Now I'm gonna have to end you.
There can only be one,
I'm gonna have
like
to put a hurting on
Highlander.
you. All right, there's only one mixed breed Uruguayan baby boy in the podcast game, and it's me. And I don't know if you know this, but after the fight, whoever loses, you gotta pull the plug on your podcast.
Oh,
You gotta pull the plug.
that would be crazy.
That would be so fucked up. I would know. That's so dark.
That would be a terrible thing
imagine
to have to
but
bet.
who would adhere to
You'd have to
that?
be a real compulsive gambler like that South African guy.
if I beat him and he pulled the plug on his podcast, I would expect him to keep marching forward and keep doing episodes exclusively dedicated to shitting on our show.
Oh, for
that would
sure.
be the move, right?
That
If
wouldn't
you
be a
had to
bad
get-
idea.
I'd go, oh, okay. Well, Super Friends Sit Down.
You get the
isn't
carryover
anymore.
audience, that's for sure.
But it's Alex and Vince versus Dave and Jay versus the world. That's that's what your new podcast name is.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting thing, man, because listening to him talk about how there's a likelihood that he can lose, which, like, you know, it's not fucking rocket science.
Alex,
I fought before he hasn't.
believe in yourself, my dude.
I still think
You went 3 rounds with this boy, okay? And he's going to be a cakewalk if you could do that.
well, that's disrespectful.
Sorry.
And I don't
sorry.
appreciate that. But for all things considered, you started it,
Yeah.
but then he picked up the ball and ran with it.
Oh, sure did. Was like, I'll knock that little midget.
I don't know if he said that. Did he say it?
I don't
Alex
know.
seems like
Actually,
a much more...
Can you even say that?
No, you just said that. Oh, my Aku accent, a perfectly fine Aku accent as a character from Cartoon Network is
boy.
offensive, but
Oh,
you
boy.
just dropped the M word.
Oh, God.
You can't say that anymore. I won't even
can't.
repeat what you said. They're
Dwarf.
No, that's not it.
That's what they are.
No, they're not dwarves,
Oh,
dude.
they're little people.
They're little people.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ, man.
I'm sorry to every little person out there.
Holy crap.
It's not my fault you're the size
It's
of a
not a race,
5-year-old.
though, so it's not race. Wait a second. And also, Alex, I do want to extend an apology for calling you a great big mook.
Turns out it's an offensive word.
Turns out it's a real word. I wasn't really sure if it was a real word.
I looked it up. It's like mukala or something like
Mukala?
that. Yeah, it means like
Mukala?
motherfucker.
It does sound like a Joey Diaz term, but
For sure.
I wasn't really sure if it was a real word.
You know, if you didn't know, you shouldn't have said it 16
He's a
times.
goddamn guinea.
Oh,
Nah,
there we go.
no, I'm sorry. I take that back.
There we go.
But moving on from the fight talk there. Oh, no,
let's stay on the fight
Let's
talk.
stay on fight talk.
We had UFC 254 yesterday.
God damn, that was good.
You came over for the watch the fight.
Well, I caught two
I
fights.
mean,
I
why
caught the
wouldn't he?
co-main.
You know, I
Well,
paid for it.
Well,
I had food here.
I have
supplied everything.
hookworm, and I do bail on a lot of things, but I did make it in time for the co-main and the main event,
Which is great. Robert
well-
Whitaker versus Jared Cannonier.
Yeah, I kind of accidentally fucked that up though. I
Oh
leaned up
my God.
against that.
Oh, yeah, so-
Jay's got one of those switches that if you
that
hit the
turns
switch,
out all the electricity in the living room.
Yeah,
in that sector, basically.
Yeah.
So if you lean against it, it'll cut out all the electricity. So first round, done. Robert Whittaker and Jared Cannonier. He has got a beautiful first round. Robert Whittaker's taking it to him, in and out, leg kicks, beautiful movement. Dave, they go into the second round. They go to their stools.
As soon as the second round starts.
Fat ass backs up into the wall and click, turns off all the electricity.
And I felt bad enough.
Takes about 5 minutes to get going.
Yeah, because it also turned off your Wi-Fi.
Yep, just finished paying $73 for the fight. Really wanted to watch that one. By the time it finally came on, it was like the third round.
Yeah, it was the third round.
And it was only a 3-round fight.
Luckily, the boys were tentative, and there was no knockouts. Or how did that fight end though? That went to went to the cards, and it was Robert Whittaker.
But we missed the entire second round.
We did miss the entire second round, and I felt.
Should feel bad about that.
I felt terrible about it.
I'll send you a Venmo request for $36.
But now
that's what I feel like you owe me.
Your character is such, though. If I was in your position and somebody did that to me, I'd go, dude, don't worry about it. It's all good. We're gonna get it back, and we get it back, and I'd be like, thank goodness.
I was just holding back, saying some really offensive stuff.
Unbelievable. The rage, the rage boiling beneath the surface. Your cup overflowing with just
adrenalized blood.
I felt terrible. And you wouldn't let me off the hook about it. And you wouldn't even look me in the eyes. Nope. You wouldn't accept my apologies. I apologized several times. And you just wouldn't even give me that decency.
I won't do it.
That's the kind of stuff that I really think makes you a terrible person.
Well, what's a good thing is you didn't do that for the Justin Gaethje fight, because that lasted 1 minute and 54 seconds. Did they get out? They didn't get out of the first round.
No, they got into the second round.
Okay, yeah, that's right. So Gaethje shot his load real early with the adrenaline
swinging
dump and
for
everything.
the fucking fences in a big way,
looking like his body was really tight.
Yeah,
really,
he kept dipping his head off of the center line and swinging with big. There was a sequence of like overhand rights and overhand lefts.
Khabib doing what nobody thought he was going to do, go out there and pop that jab and use that push kick and front kick, and just wore him down enough to where he's like, all right, now I'm going to grab a hold. He's so smart in the way that he does that. Like, he wears you down just enough for you to get a little bit relaxed, where you're not engaging your whole body during the fight, and then he just fucking grabs you like an anaconda, wraps you up, and then mauls you.
It was either you or your brother that called the takedown like seconds before it happened, and it was towards the end of the first round where Khabib got his first takedown.
That was me. That was you. You were like, you said it was about to come. Just wore down enough to go for it. Yeah, and
but that whole first round was crispy boxing. I mean, like his ones and twos, he just kept fundamental. He kept that jab in Gaethje's face.
He popped it in his face.
And then he kept every once in a while sending a two down the pipe. Yeah,
and that push kick he was using was like, he would use it right after. So he'd be like 1, 2, jab, push kick. He was using very, very nice striking to set up that anaconda like shots that he has. And he if you see it, he shoots for like the double, doesn't get it, puts his like hand around his waist, and then goes around back and gets a body lock.
Yeah,
so nice, man. The way he like
at one point, I was surprised.
It's like watching poetry, watching that guy grapple, man.
I was very surprised after the first round how gassed Justin was. For the championship
that adrenaline
rounds.
Dump, that was bad, man. That adrenaline dump will get you. I remember just going out, and I remember coach was like, get your heart rate going, do something, jump up and down, and I was like, I got this. I want to stay calm. He's like, all right. It was really funny because he wanted to he was like, run. And I pulled back like a Looney Tunes character. And before I went, I was like, I don't want to get my feet dirty.
Doesn't feel
He's
right.
Feet dirty? You're talking to me about feet dirty? So that was great though, man. We got to see, and then that's it. That was his swan song. And then he retired.
It was very emotional. He was down on his hands and knees in the center of the octagon for a while.
What's a crazy
sobbing
thing is when he wins, anybody who's like a Muslim feels like they're a part of that,
Oh yeah.
How like
his
Conor,
victory is their victory.
Exactly. Like how Conor is like for the Irish, they feel that his victories are for him. Because like a couple of my boys, they're Muslim, and I'm looking at their Instagrams, and they're doing like the thank God and everything like that.
I think it's
and I was just
pronounced Hamdallah.
Yeah. And it was nice. It's like that's their champion. You know?
Celebrating in his victory.
That's their champion.
Sharing in his victory. It was he's definitely the GOAT.
Oh, hands down.
29-0. You think he comes back for a GSP fight, or you think he's really done?
For the 30? I don't know, man. Money's got to probably be kind of... I honestly don't think he's going to do it anymore because he promised his mother. and I really don't think
Your
that guy
brother was
doesn't-
saying the same thing.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to me like a guy who breaks his word.
Yeah,
You know,
so
he
much
gives
of
you his
their
word.
culture is honor based
Respect.
and respect,
None of
and
what
their
you
word is
have.
their word. I have
Yep.
none of that.
None
No
of it.
integrity.
Not a shred.
God based, all of this stuff, and so
Still batting 1,000 on none of that.
I would listen, man. All right, I have a lot of
What are
integrity.
you gonna do, Dave?
I'm gonna have a nap.
What are you gonna do?
Wait, about what?
What are you gonna do?
About what do you mean, man? About what?
What are you gonna fucking do?
Hey, man, I don't like your
What are
tone.
you
I'm
gonna do?
not
You
even
gonna come over here?
Are you challenging me right now, bro?
I'ma
I'll put that
smash you.
fucking mask
I will
on.
smash you.
Don't say shmish, all right? Don't say
I'll
shmish.
smash you.
That fight was pretty much exactly how Khabib wanted it to go, though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was a domination.
That's exactly. I mean, that's how he probably drew it up. That's probably how he mentally envisioned it. And it's like the guy didn't take much damage.
Yeah,
you know,
there was
he was in and out. Give me my $1 million paychecks and,
Then
just
bounce.
fucking out
and
of
then
there.
bounce. So you don't think he comes back for the GSP fight, huh? It's a
don't
shame
think
because
so.
that would be great. Nice clean 30-0. But that's all for
30-0
ego.
does sound really good, you know.
But
And then-
it is only for ego.
And if you're Robert Whitaker, or not Robert Whitaker, if you're Israel Adesanya, now you got something to shoot for. Because it's like, all right, he did 29-0.
Yeah.
Where's Adesanya? 18-0 right now?
I think he's a little bit. I think he's in the 20s, isn't he? 21.
I swear, I thought it was like 18-0. But regardless, it's still like I could do it. You
Yeah.
know? This
mean,
is where I go.
I can't believe
That's
that
what I'm shooting for.
that Khabib has gotten as far as he has, as dominantly as he has. And also, you said it.
Mauling guys.
Connor went 3 rounds with that motherfucker.
Didn't he go 4?
I don't know if he went 4. I thought he went 3.
I swear, I thought.
But he
went
gave him
4
some
rounds.
sauce. He gave him some
He
sauce.
gave him the mittens the
There
first
was a-
round. He
yeah.
didn't want to strike with them, and then the coach was yelling at him like, "Don't strike with him! Don't strike with him!"
I think it was only the first round.
I
though.
think we see Connor as this kind of like pop icon, and you forget what a killer he actually is.
people sleep on him. They forgot about what he accomplished and what
Yeah,
he did,
yeah.
and just how dominant Connor was. I mean,
used
it's
to
hard to
be,
remember
yeah.
because he got it done so fucking quickly, so early in the rounds, most of the time.
Do you want to hear how I got this? What I think is going to happen?
What's up?
I think the UFC is going to fuck Justin Gaethje. I think they're going to make Dustin Poirier and Connor drop the weight, fight at 155 for the vacant title. Then I think they're going to make Justin fight Michael Chandler for the number 1 spot. I think that's exactly what's going to happen.
Oh, there you go. Israel Adesanya, 20-0.
Woo!
Yeah, 20
So
and
he's got 9 more victories to tie him.
That's a lot. That's a big gap.
Yeah, but then who the hell does he fight? Because Robert Whitaker just beat him.
He'd
this
have to
dude.
go. I mean, he's pretty much cleaned
Well,
out.
Dana said he's like, obviously the next guy is Robert Whitaker. Robert Whitaker gets him again. He's like, he's the clear. I mean, if you're Israel Adesanya, it's like, man, you got to try to get John Jones to bite and move
Yeah.
up at 205. And
That would be
fight
the
him.
move.
That's really where you're going to make your money. That's going to be the show.
I wonder what the height difference there is because I feel like for a while
Probably
we
like 2
thought,
inches,
yeah,
3
we thought he
inches.
was smaller, dramatically
he's
smaller.
very tall.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
I remember me
Israel
and a bunch of other
Adesanya's
people
like
thought
6'2".
that. Yeah, he's a big dude.
John Jones is like 6'4".
He looks like just a disappointed Nigerian father, though,
Here we
doesn't he?
go
He
with
looks
the
like
racism.
a disappointed
And go.
40-something-year-old Nigerian dad.
We
whose
don't
kid just
edit any
didn't-
of this show either,
no.
so whatever happens,
It's
happens.
true. He has a face on him where he just looks
Got an old Nigerian
like a
man
grumpy
face.
old Nigerian man.
Looks like Michael from 90 Day Fiance when he's
Speaking of-
like
Michael's
78.
got a very round head.
Michael.
Adesanya's got this long noggin. Speaking of racist stuff, though, did you did watch Borat last night?
I did watch Borat last night.
Did you or did you not get a fucking kick out of that?
It was okay. I'm not really.
I thought it was so funny.
Well, that's because you got shitty taste. I liked it. I thought it was okay.
You didn't like?
No.
By the way, this is a little bit of spoilers because there are some questions that I have for Jay about particular scenes.
Well, definitely Rudy Giuliani there was trying to pull that dick out, get that dick wet, trying to get a little dick mouth game going on,
Rudy
baby.
Giuliani knew what was up, bro.
Giuliani was like, "What that mouth do, girl?"
I mean, we got to walk through this a little bit because
Because that was the end of the movie.
that was the end of the
And
movie.
done.
And done.
I'll
Well,
save you the time. Don't watch it.
no.
Giuliani.
Would you recommend
tries
it to
get his
somebody,
dick
though, by the way?
sucked. I mean, maybe.
All right, let's hear it
sure.
then.
I
Give
had
it a
couple laugh-
DJVW rating on a scale from 1 to 5. And you could use decimals.
2.3.
Really?
Yeah.
Disappointing.
Now give me another number. Give me another movie so they have like a base.
Okay, the first one.
2.3.
What the fuck, bro? Really?
I am not-
It's such
give
a
me
cla-
another-
I like. It's nice. You want to be
Dude.
my first black wife? Come on.
Ready? Give me another movie where they could see where
Okay,
a higher
you ready? You're Armageddon.
one
Really?
1.1.
I thought that was gonna be your something with Bruce Willis in it.
9. Die Hard
Yeah, Die Hard.
4.5, baby.
That's because he reminds you of your dad.
4.5.
That's because he reminds you
Hey,
of your
don't
dad.
be upset 'cause
You
my dad
want
isn't
Bruce
built like a
Willis to
daddy
be your
long
dad.
legs.
Hey, look, man.
do want Bruce
just
Willis to
because
be
my
my dad.
dad is 15%
his
torso
torso
and
is-
85% legs doesn't mean you can disparage my fucking family. All right?
Oh, sorry, they're great people.
God, they are great
Oh
people
my God, you wanna know
who have
something
achieved
funny?
great things.
Dude, the guy that I'm working with now,
Yeah.
this dude, he's a new guy, and he's talking to me. He's like, yeah, he's like, so you got a side hustle with the work, like training at the gym and
Sure.
training people. I go, yeah, but it's more like a passion project. I was like, I donate all the money to the gym. I don't keep anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes, oh, mine's, I love breeding and lizards. I was like, you got to be shitting me.
It's a
And then
market, bro.
then
It's
he
a
goes-
respectable
and then
market.
he goes like this. He goes, I got some cards, and I was like, terrariums? And
Yeah.
then he's like, yeah, I make custom terrariums. And I was like, let me put you in touch with my buddy's mother. Because that's the broad you want to talk
My
to.
mom has cornered the game. My mom's snake game is so strong, bro.
I don't know.
You have
He's-
my mom is the Hitler of mice. I've explained this to you, right?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
kills.
where she gasses thousands of mice.
He does, too.
in mass.
Yeah.
just like Hitler.
He's got to feed his boa constrictor like rabbits or chickens or some
Well,
shit
the
like that.
ball pythons don't get that big, so she's just dealing with mice. But
he was just saying like, I was like, dude, I'm not a lizard guy. I was like, I don't get it. It's not like something that you could pet. He's like, you can pet a snake. I'm like, the fucking, it's kind of gross.
I got
though.
bit by a snake the other day.
They also get mites.
Yeah,
you
they do
know?
get mites.
They're really gross.
I actually think that little dirty speck is from where this fucking snake bit me.
Wait, how did the snake bite you?
Somebody found a snake at work and they put it under the door when I was in the bathroom, which really fucked with me because the way they move,
Yeah.
I thought the fucking floor was like I didn't know what was going on. Then I realized it was
Acid
a snake.
flashback.
And it was acid, and I picked up the snake and I came out with them. They're like, "Oh my god, put it in the box. Aren't you scared?" And I was like, "You guys are pussies." And then it bit me, and I was like, "Oh shit." And
then you just die.
what kind of snake is this? But I just grabbed his fucking head.
Oh
and
my God, it's
pried
a
him
black
off.
mamba.
And I brought him outside, and I said farewell to him because.
And then your mom went, rescued him, brought him home
No.
to the other 150,000.
breastfed him. It's no. No, look, my mom, you know what's interesting is she's told me before, like the price on some of those eggs. I don't know how many eggs are in a clutch, but let's say like 5 or 6.
When you're using words like clutch,
That's right.
and
Hey,
I'm just like, hey, I knew terrarium.
boy, yeah, you knew terrarium.
I
We're a
did know
couple of fucking
studs.
Couple
Reptile studs over here.
Couple reptile
Boys,
breeders.
The boys know the vernacular.
That's right. A clutch. There's like maybe 5, 6, and she said if you get the right gene mutation, it creates a desirable pattern.
She's
on the
over
snake.
there doing Jurassic Park shit.
She does. She's got fucking whiteboards all over the room where she writes down like which ones are in estrus, which ones are carrying, blah 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 blah. But some of those are worth like $1,200 per egg.
Who the fuck would pay $1,200 for a lizard egg?
Apparently, your buddy with the terrariums
That's
would.
true. It's not
There's
my
a
buddy.
market. Hey,
He's
look,
a good guy,
Jay,
but
just because we're not in the
we're not
market,
friends.
there's a market for everything. There's a market for. We're gonna create an OnlyFans just for our feet. Me and Jay
Oh, that would
will
be
link
so
toes
nice.
together. We'll cover our feet.
Oh
in
my God.
Maybe avocado oil and do a little bit of this, Jammy, where we
Sure do.
link them together.
So the one girl that used to work at my place started an OnlyFans.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was like, good luck with that.
Yeah.
You know, and all.
Does she still work there?
Nope.
So you
she
didn't
doesn't
get
do
to
that.
talk to her about it, like, hey, what are you doing?
No,
What's
I
going on?
just was like, oh, good luck. I was like, I got the podcast. I get it. You're going to get a lot of hate from people.
Of course. Did you say this to her?
I did. And I said, so good luck with the OnlyFans.
Do what you
things.
do,
And
yeah.
then she hit me up later and goes.
With a picture of her butthole.
Didn't do that because I let her know. I was like, I'm not into that. And
Right.
then she goes, hey, you wouldn't believe it, but one of the guys from work tried requesting my OnlyFans. And I was like,
And did you decline him?
one of
Because-
the warehouse guys, yeah, she declined him. And I told her, I said, hey, not for nothing, your business is this.
Yeah.
And that guy's got good, earned, cold, hard cash. And for
I
you
don't
to
see the
not
reason-
accept
yeah.
it, I said, that's kind of fucked up.
It
on
is
your
kind of
part.
fucked up. Imagine being so bold as to subscribe to
To
someone's
say
OnlyFans.
no to your $10.
And they go, no.
If
no.
somebody was like, Jay, here's
Your
$10
money's good. Your money's
Here's
not.
$10 for the podcast. Now do a windmill. I'd be like, sure.
What's a windmill?
That's a breakdancing move.
Oh, that's fucking cool. I gotta watch you breakdance someday. You still got?
They were watching me I was doing a little bit of it over
Were
there
you really?
at Lionheart, yeah.
I said it last episode. I can't believe you've never. You love letting your friends know what it is.
I have superpowers. Yeah.
And I can't believe you never showed me that.
Well, you're short and fast. You got that.
Yeah, but I
You're
can't.
quick.
I can't.
you're low to the
break
ground,
dance.
so I knew you would have lateral movement.
I don't have breakdancing skills, so that's pretty.
You know what I really want to do? I was watching like TV the other day. I saw this movie, Tax Collector, with Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, I heard that was garbage.
It was hilarious
Was it?
because let me just ruin the entire fucking movie for you. So
Spoiler alert.
Shia LaBeouf got like the cauliflower ear, and they do jiu-jitsu in the movie. It shows like the head guy from the cartel there having like a jiu-jitsu roll.
Yeah.
And then like the guy's like, remember, it's up to you to get out of any position, da da da. So he goes at the end of the movie and he's like trying to rescue his kids, and the bad cartel guy has kind of got like, him in full mount, and he's ripping them, and then he's having those flashbacks of the jiu-jitsu with his like professor.
Up to you to get
and
out
then
of any
he's
position.
like, it's my thing. So you thought he would use like, the bridge Kimura sweep something. Instead, he's like, it's on me. And then he reaches for a piece of broken toilet and crack.
What the fuck, bro?
Then he just whack.
So is this movie about Shia LaBeouf defeating the cartel with
No,
jiu-jitsu?
like, Shia LaBeouf dies pretty quick, like halfway through. But this guy
Really?
has this like martial arts flashback where he's like, and instead all he
sweep
uses
the leg.
is the top
And
of
he
a
just
toilet
cracks him with it
to beat this other dude to
ineffective
death.
move though.
Hey.
As far as weapons go, the back of a toilet seat.
Oh yeah,
fucking
it'll
kill
do
you.
damage.
It'll kill you.
Could you stop me with the back of a toilet seat?
Yeah, if you weren't looking, oh my god, yeah, I'd fucking kill you. Are you kidding me? If I said, "Hey Jay, what's that?" and you went, "What?" and I went, "Hugagoosh."
Okay,
Yeah.
let me ask you this: Could you stop? Could you defeat me in combat with a bat?
It's a 50-50 chance. I only get one swing. You know what I mean? Because the thing with a bat
I
is,
need something like a repeating rifle.
yeah, if I don't hit you at the apex of it,
Yeah.
and you slip it and
Yeah.
it goes beyond, well, now I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Because I can't stop that momentum.
Once I
Now
grab
my
a hold
arms
of you.
are entirely,
Yeah.
and then now you're real mad because I tried to use the bat. That was always the thing about sparring with you, that I fucking hated sparring with you. And towards the end of me being at Lionheart, I would do everything to avoid sparring with you. Every time you smiled at me from across the room, I'd just go the other way because.
Oh, I just wanted to hit you so bad.
Well, that's what would happen is like
That
we'd
never
do
left
good,
me.
we'd
I
move
still wanna
around,
hit you.
I'd crack you, and then I'd watch you get all kinds of rage filled, and then all of a sudden you would ramp the level up.
There is a rule, okay?
Yeah.
You hit as hard as you want to get hit.
Yeah.
When Dave is throwing from the ground,
No, I don't.
okay,
I am very close to the ground, Jay.
I'm gonna leg kick him and do permanent damage.
You know, I had a lot of people tell me, and Coach Ash would try to tell me in like a way. In other words,
maybe the sport's not for you.
No. He would say, take the pepper off. Like you hit hard.
Yeah.
And it was his way of like.
You do hit hard. I told Alex, I was
cannot-
like, not for nothing. Dave, he hits like a little train.
Well, it's speed equals power type of thing.
Yeah.
I have short arms. I have
Velocity,
to get
baby.
in close to you. What I have to use is my speed.
T-Rex arms.
I got T-Rex arms.
Got to get in close.
I have to. Everything is about me shooting in real fast.
You're
and
like a half Guatemalan Mike Tyson.
that's why I look at people like CJ who could just like pepper you up with these long arms. He looks so comfortable and so
Beautiful.
cool, by the way, when he
Beautiful.
does it. He
Yeah,
looks
he's
so
got an
cool. He's
afro,
just
he's
moving.
cool.
Oh my God, he's so cool.
Yeah, he is.
Hey, by the way, congratulations to CJ. Have you seen his girlfriend?
Nope.
She's one of the most she's a smoke show. Good for you, CJ. That fucking dude.
For everybody out there who knows him, and the
Yeah,
other
yeah.
220 people have no clue who we're talking
Well, I don't
about.
know.
Dave,
CJ
let's keep this going.
CJ has I forgot what his amateur career was, but it was
It's like
some
46-0. Yeah, but there's levels to this shit, obviously.
Yeah.
But when me and you used to spar, we used to go to war.
Yeah.
That's like that with a lot of the guys though.
Yeah,
'Cause
but
we
then you
used to go to
started
war-
pulling away and getting too skillful, and then you would also bring
when
me
you
into
ke-
like let's do a Muay Thai thing, and
Oh,
I'm like,
when you
oh,
came
I'm a Muay
back
Thai.
and we grappled, there
Yeah.
was a clear like.
Well, that's also the thing is when somebody's as good as you are and somebody is as low level as I am, it's very disheartening. So like I wouldn't try
I see that
on
wouldn't
you
s-
the things that I would try on somebody else.
That wouldn't sit well with me. See, if I was you, I'd be training so hard, and I'm crazy
Oh, yeah.
because I get real competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was talking to my one coach, Coach Caesar. He's the other black belt at the gym, and I was telling him like I don't want to start. Doing not even like jiu-jitsu competitions because it's the idea of competition
that lights that psychotic
yeah,
fire.
man, and that's what I don't want it to do. I don't want it to steal how much fun I'm having with it, or how much I love it right now. Because when it's like competition time, then it's
Yeah, it's not
serious.
fun time anymore.
It's like Mike Tyson, when he's like,
I come when I kill people. Is that what he said?
I'm hard as a rock when I'm punching people in the face.
Though.
No, he says like, I don't want to be, I don't want like competition. It brings like the animal out of me, and it's like that. I don't want to do that. I'm too old for this shit. I just want to have fun.
You said that that you'd be training. The amount of time that I took off when I came back, it was a while. It was like over a year.
Yeah.
And you never stopped.
Nope.
And I knew that you weren't going to stop. So I did the math and I was like, there's no point in trying to close that gap. Why would I try to close that gap?
Just gave up, huh?
Well, yeah. I mean, you're going to keep going. You've got a year. It's like that thing where, like,
Come on,
as
Dave.
I'm trying to chase the bar is moving.
Champion mindset, my dude.
I would never want to fight in any kind of truly constant competitive fashion.
I don't want to do that. That's why I don't do it anymore.
The headaches that I would leave the gym with were like unreal.
I think about that all the time. I think about like some of my guys that I've sparred with, like Tristan. I'm like, Jesus, between football and like fighting, you're scared for the guys.
Does it? I mean, I don't understand. Does it
scared
not
for
hurt
myself.
It hurt me so bad. I couldn't even think. You would try to talk to me sometimes after a session and we're packing up everything. And all I could is just beep. It just hurt so fucking bad. I wanted to be rude to you. I wanted to be like, stop talking to me, dude. I am in so much pain. I can't even fucking think right now.
I get the opposite. I get this kind of wave of euphoria and this feeling of like, like after you're done like having sex, you feel the closest to your wife.
Sure.
That.
So you felt like that with me?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I didn't feel I hated you. I hated you. I was like, my head.
That's not how I am.
When,
that's what makes me not a terrible person, like how you're saying.
Because you like people after you dominate them. That's what makes you a good person.
That's what makes me a better person.
No, that's not what makes you a good person.
Dave,
right?
I knew you would understand what I was trying to say.
It was anybody. Though. It wasn't just you. It's like after enough shots to the head, I would get an immeasurable headache, and I couldn't be cool anymore. I didn't want to talk to anybody.
I got hit so hard one time, I called timeout. Never forget it.
I did that to you. You hit me real hard. I said timeout.
Yeah, CJ hit me with an uppercut. The one guy we're just talking about, he hit me with an uppercut. It caught me like right above the eyebrow over here, and I felt like my head smash against. I felt my brain smash against my head, and I was just like, timeout. And then like later on, I was like, hey, man, what happened? And they were like, yo, dude, you called timeout. I was like, what?
Said timeout.
I said timeout?
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
Yeah, you did
You get to call timeout whenever you want. So if your boss is giving you shit, just tell him, hey.
Timeout.
Timeout,
hey, you getting mugged on the streets? You getting mugged on the streets? They put a couple of holes in you?
Yep.
One of those holes hurts a little bit more than the other ones did.
Call a T.
Timeout. Hey,
if you're
can
in
we
prison
take a break for a second?
and you're about to get gang raped.
Hey.
Oh, guys. Let's
Time
get a T
out.
on this
Just
situation.
get a better,
we'll come back to it.
You did that to me. You cracked the shit out of me. I saw stars, and my legs didn't go out, but they felt different. You know, they just didn't feel as sturdy anymore. It felt like I was on a wave.
Yeah.
And I was like, hold the fuck on, dude. You got
low center of gravity.
Yeah, so it was, I imagine if it was a tall guy,
he
would
have
been in real trouble. But me,
went down
with my low center of gravity,
cards.
I took that about as best you could take it. No, but I called that timeout. And yeah, sometimes you need a timeout. Sometimes life calls for a timeout. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm glad we got to do the podcast. Like, I really missed that we took. It sucks taking like time off, and I always think like, when we go back into it, is it going to be as good, or and it's kind of really just like me and you at this point, just
Yeah, well, this is how Jay and I typically behave. So imagine having you and I at a group thing.
It was hard yesterday, not like because my goal is like trying to make you laugh. Yeah, and I'm like, I want to say some of these, for tomorrow.
Yes, yeah, you want to hold on to them.
You want to hold on to some of those gems,
That's what's hard. That's why I also don't hang out with because I got. This is something we were talking about.
No,
before
you don't hang out with me at all. Actually.
I got hookworm or something. I had a doctor's appointment to get my balls checked out, and then right after the doctor's appointment, one of my really good buddies from work is moving away. He's going to Montana.
Yeah.
And I was going to
give him your old cancerous testicle as a
kiss him on the lips,
commemorative.
Give him my in a little jar.
Here you go, buddy. That's for you.
I was like, I really don't want to fucking go to work and see this guy off who I'm never going to see again.
Yeah.
Because a piece of shit.
Dude, You need to make your yes mean yes and your no mean no. Do you think that I want to get up at like 7:30 and
No.
like go train
My no
people
means
for
no.
like 5 hours?
I'm so good at my no, me, and no. When I say no, it's a wrap. I'll put my fucking foot down and not do anything.
It's when you do things like that,
Yeah.
I want Alex to bury you inside those.
What if we find out
2 minutes
that I do have Lyme disease?
I still won't feel bad for you. I won't feel bad for
Are
you
you
at
saying
all.
I deserve Lyme disease?
I think you
That's
deserve
a
worse.
neurodegenerative.
You deserve anything with the V on the end of it.
I also
HPV,
can't.
HIV.
No, don't. We did this. That's not nice. You can't wish those things on people. I, for my own health, had to go and get my balls checked out. Almost canceled.
Yeah.
And some people I'll give the decency of being like, I'm not coming. The doctor, I don't fucking know the doctor. I was just gonna not call and not show up.
You
and
didn't
just
show up to a cancer examination,
But I did. I
those
did
are
show
one
up.
of those that you should go.
Let me
to.
tell you about that. By the way,
Tell everybody what's going on.
well, I think I've talked about it before. I have a hard mass on my testicle. It's painless and it's very firm. And I now as I've said before, because we get very personal on this podcast,
Yeah.
I do just fine. The boy's got a piece on him.
Yeah.
Still,
Yeah.
very nerve-wracking.
It's gonna look bigger when you only have one testicle too.
I'm gonna be faster too.
If sure.
I'm gonna have less drag.
Aerodynamic.
Less drag.
Definitely.
But I have to go
Just
in.
Tell them to take them both out.
I mean, I don't
You
know if I
should
want
be
another.
like-
I'm not sure if I want another kid or not.
Honestly, dude, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
If they were
probably
like,
shouldn't have one.
You got to take a testicle away from me, I would feel like not a human being anymore.
Don't say that. They might have to do that to me.
I'm just telling you how I feel. I thought we were sharing.
Well, geez, man, that doesn't make me
It's
feel
like
good at all, though.
getting
You're not the
tattooed-
one.
Getting tattooed.
Yeah.
I would never tattoo my nipples because if
Sure.
I tattooed over my nipples, I'd feel like I'm some kind of alien. So the fact that they would be
I thought it was
removing
just because it hurts a lot.
No, because like I feel like I'd be like an alien, like with
With
no
no
nipples.
nipples?
Yeah. So with you not having a testicle, I'd be like, am I really even a man anymore?
Yeah, no, don't
What
say
separates
that,
me
dude.
from I'm some kind of one nut freak?
No, I still have another nut. I can
go
still
to like
come.
meetings. You're gonna go to meetings.
No, I'm not gonna go to any meetings.
Wait, if you
Are
get both
are
your testicles taken off, can you still come?
I don't know if it just shoots out air.
I don't
When I-
think you could.
Why?
What if you couldn't do anything anymore? You're like a eunuch. You might as well take.
Well, no,
the
we
dick.
said this yesterday.
Get
It
it
was
outta
like,
here.
what if you had dick cancer? And I'd go, well, I'm gonna fucking die then. I'm keeping this dick until I die. There's no
ride it.
fucking way.
I'm gonna
There's
ride
no-
this thing into the ground.
Yeah, there's no version of life that goes with me not having a dick. I'm gonna die of dick cancer,
Sure.
and that's just the way it is. But I had to, go into this, and the girl comes in and she takes my blood pressure. Blood pressure's great. She takes blood work again, even though my blood work came back recently. Great, very healthy, very strong, except for whatever this is on my dong or my ball. And she goes, okay, so doctor's gonna be in a minute. Take off your pants and everything and put this on. And she just gave me like a large folded napkin.
yeah.
It was a huge napkin.
Doctor comes in.
Now, of course, doctor's
Most
female.
pathetic thing I've ever seen.
The doctor's female.
Oh, Jesus.
And her and I have a good rapport. We're chopping it up, talking
good
about
looking?
stuff. She's not bad looking. She's
Okay.
not great looking, but she's there in a
right.
professional capacity. She's not trying to look good. So
I had a complete opposite experience of mine.
hideous old man or
No, it was a very attractive Russian woman that she had to give me my examination for
Yeah.
my fight so I could get cleared to get my license.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, you're in perfect health,
Yeah.
And then she's like, do you need me to do that? Because it says right on the paper,
Yeah.
testicles,
Yeah, testicles.
And she's like, okay. Well,
in big bold font.
Yo, and then she goes like this. She's like, well, you're in complete good health, you
Yeah.
know. She's like, but the
Let's see the
testicle
dick.
thing.
Yeah.
And I go, okay. And she goes, well, I can't sign off. I go, what do you mean? She's like, well, I didn't examine, so I'd have to. I'm like, look. I was like, let's just get it out of the way.
Yeah. You try to be as
yeah.
forward, like just I'm gonna face this.
Well,
and
she was saying like she's like I can't clear you to fight. I go, why not? And then she said because I got to do the
Balls,
examination.
yeah, I gotta see those
I'm like,
balls.
why didn't you just do it instead of talking?
and
about
also
it?
be more forward about it. Just say it. Just spit it
Yeah,
out.
she's like, the balls in the pants, and I was just like.
Just
Okay,
spit it, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
let's go.
I know you got to see my dick and balls, but
Yeah.
like, and I would like to think that I'm attractive.
Yeah, but you don't wanna
she's
beat around the bush
attractive.
about it.
I don't think she's gonna start blowing me.
Right,
you know? Like,
right. But it's still something about it.
It was funny though. So I take my, I take my shorts down, but when
Just standing there, dick out.
when your dick is kind of sticking to your balls, you
Yeah.
know? So I did the peel away. So
Yeah.
I did like I gave it a little length and then
Yeah.
it went like hang over the testicle.
Yeah, there you go. At least that
And I was
happened.
like, here it is, Doc, in all her splendor.
I didn't get to. I had to lay
She
down.
made it so uncomfortable.
What did
And
she do? Did she
She cut my testicles.
cupped him?
Yeah.
Tell you to cough?
Yep.
Okay, they did that.
That's exactly what she did.
Yeah.
And she started jerking my dick.
Did she look at it? Did she look at your dick? Did she look straight at your dick?
No,
Did
she,
get low?
looked away like this.
Good for her. At least she had some decency.
I was like, lady, you're making this so uncomfortable
Yeah.
for me.
Imagine
she did
for
it
her,
twice.
though, by the way.
She had to do it fucking twice.
Imagine for her, but I mean, it's uncomfortable for the both of you. I don't think there's really a competition, but it's also equally uncomfortable for her.
Yo, but I knew the first time she did it, she was doing all the checks, and I was like looking at all the checks.
Yeah.
And then here comes testicles at the end. It's a T, so it's at the very end.
Alphabetically
of it.
speaking, yeah.
So she's like, she looks at me with this kind of like grin, and
Yeah.
I look and I'm
Like
like,
an evil-
here comes the
Here's the
testicles,
testicle part.
and I'm like, I got this, Doc. Don't fucking worry.
Yeah.
And I was like, here it is, and
And she did a little cup and cough.
She had to use both hands.
Yeah, huge balls.
Yeah.
Huge balls.
Non-cancerous. Just natch.
Look, we don't know if it's
Just
cancer
on the
yet.
natch.
They said it was a lymph node last time. And, well, all right, so let me tell you what
Lymph node is
happened.
Spanish for cancer.
Yeah, that is. Is it Spanish? Well, so
Latin.
I'm laying down. I'm in my boxers because I didn't want to get butt naked and put the napkin over me while I waited. I was like, the boxers are a small impediment. We could just move those later. Like,
sure.
let's just. I don't want to be naked with my asshole on this thing. So, she comes in. She goes, okay, lay down. She takes another napkin, drapes it over my upper body. Don't know why. Got a shirt on and shit. Upper body, lower body, and then the gap in between is where my coccyx is. And
Your cocks is.
Well, this is what she does. She goes, okay, and my assistant's going to come in to observe, and I go, oh, okay, and she opens it up, and here goes like another mildly attractive Latina girl walks
Yeah,
in, and
sure.
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now,
Nice.
bro? So
Was your wife in there?
no, just
Okay.
me all alone,
With a
just
couple
chilling.
ladies.
Couple ladies.
Did you start getting? Did you have to try to not get hard?
No, I didn't. I was so far from hard. I wish they would have. Can I have a fluffing period? Can I have? Because there was a camera in there, and I didn't want to start like trying to wake him up and
Dude, then you got to do the pull away like I did.
That.
like,
Well, that's. I
yeah.
wanted to do something. Instead, I go okay.
It looked
So
like I did what I did. My move. You know how like you grab a piece of gum and
you stretch it out.
That's what I do with my
I like to
dick.
roll it like Play-Doh. You roll it around. And
I call that a fire starter.
That's a fire starter.
That's
You
a
do a
fi-
little fire starter. Get some fucking blood in there, because right now all the
can
blood is in
jack
my
that
head
off
because
like
I'm
that.
nervous.
Yeah.
So we start to go. She goes okay, and I'm gonna pull my balls out. So I pull my shit down and I grab my dick with a sideways thing. I just cover the head. I just want to cover the head. I don't want her to look at the head of
Gross.
my penis. I don't know why.
Were you shaved?
No, I don't shave. Really, I just say it's all hairy and fucking.
And your wife fucks you?
Yeah, she likes it. She's like, oh, don't. 'Cause-
Definitely doesn't.
Well, no, you know why?
Definitely doesn't.
If I'm a hairy guy.
Sure.
If I shave, it makes no sense.
But I mean, like trim, my dude. Have a
yeah,
little.
yeah.
Have a little
That's
respect
not what you
for
asked.
yourself.
Of course, yeah. I trim. I didn't shave it though. But so I'm trimmed up. But that doesn't matter. I try to hide the head of my dick because that's really the meaningful part. I don't want her to see. I don't know why. I just don't want her to. I don't want anybody to like look at my dick like that. Which is okay.
Except
Dave,
the guys at work.
Except for the guys at work.
Sure.
That's where I was gonna go next. But so she feels up the one, and she goes, "This is the bad one." And she goes,
Oh, they're both terrible.
No, she goes, yeah, everything seems all right. That's fine. She goes, let's see the other one. And she grabs that one. That one I was always a little worried about because that one isn't round at all. It's got like a bunch of stuff going on. I've never felt anybody else's balls, but I go, my left one just has a lot of stuff going on and it's like a bumpy ride.
It's a gross testicle.
So she feels that one up and she goes, okay, everything feels normal. And she goes back to the other one. And she goes, yeah, I see what you're saying. I think it would be best if you go ahead and get an ultrasound. And I go, oh.
Is it cancer, doc? Tell me. it's not
Well, she
fucking
doesn't,
cancer,
because
doc.
there's certain things they're not allowed to say because they don't want to induce panic. They don't
Sure.
want to be, but she
Yeah.
goes, it would be best. And I just didn't like the vibe that she was giving off. But
So, when you got the ultrasound plan?
I haven't scheduled that.
You might want to do that because if that spreads to your dick and they have to cut your dick off, and then you're
they
gonna
wouldn't
look
cut my
like
dick. I would-
fucking Caitlyn
I would
Jenner. You're gonna
just-
look like a gray walking around.
I'd spend some good, don't, that is very, I'm not, no.
No, I'm saying in her face.
Yeah.
She looks like a gray.
I mean, all right, that's,
Her eyes are all fucking up here.
yeah, well, I don't know.
I saw her on that Burt Kreischer show.
It was a good show. I would die. That's all I would do. I would simply die. I would go, you're not taking my dick from me. It's been a ride. I wish I could have done more and seen more, and I'd probably spend my time doing that.
Just get one last dude to suck it before you leave.
Just one last dude to just put lips on the piece. Just give it a little kiss goodbye. You know what's funny? You were talking about dick stuck to your leg. As we near the end of the show here, I wanted you to know that when I went to take a pee in your bathroom yesterday, my dick hole got stuck together. I pissed all over your floor.
That's not my floor. That's Josh's floor.
Well, I cleaned it very extensively because I felt terrible.
Josh.
But dick hole stuck together, pissed on the floor. I said, oh shit, what the fuck?
Yep.
Now I stopped, started to pee again. Dick hole still stuck together, peed on the floor some more. I said, God damn it. But I...
You know what was funny yesterday? So I was
like, it smells like piss in here.
I was playing with Jack like over here, right?
Yeah.
And then I went to the bathroom to go pee. And then he follows me in there. He goes, "What are you doing in here?" I go, "Taking a piss. Get out of here."
Yeah,
I was like, you can't even like, you got to be careful with that kind of shit. But like, because all he has to go is, I saw Jay's dick.
Oh,
you know?
God.
It's
I'd be like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
whoa.
Well, he likes you a lot. Today I said Jay's retarded because of the way you assaulted Alex in his face.
Yeah.
And my son said, don't say that.
There you go.
And I don't know if he was really defending you,
That's
or
my
if
boy.
he's more now. Don't say, or if he's
that's
more
my son.
socially aware than I am. And he's like, Dad, we don't say the R word anymore.
And also, don't ever say it about Jay. I'll call him. I'll come over here and beat the shit out of you.
Look, all right. He likes the person who all he has to do is show up and fight, and that's it. And and then doesn't tell him he can't.
That's what I
eat
like the
sweets.
most about the
Yeah.
I
Your
get
Uncle
to hang
Jay.
out with him.
Your Uncle Jay. He
I
shows
got
up.
I got the sweet pocket of having a child.
You get
which
to
is
hit
like,
him.
We get to play for about 4 hours, and then he goes.
And then he
home.
goes to shit. 4 hours
then-
is a stretch. I'm surprised I stayed as long as I did, by the way. I
I'm
stayed for
surprised
the co-main event, the main event, and then shortly afterwards I was like,
And a little,
I gotta get the fuck out of here.
and then
afterwards.
we chewed the fat a little bit after.
Yeah, we did. We chatted a little bit.
Did you have any of that cockburn?
I had some cockburns the other day. I can't have the remainder of my cockburns. And we should isolate a clip where it just says my cockburns.
Yeah.
Because I have to drive
If you
shortly.
open, should we get sponsored by anybody? I really hope it's by Cockburn.
I do a respectable dessert wine company. Have you got a moment? Uncork this reserve and you'll recover. Oh no, fuck that word up. I'm done with it now.
Nope, that's it. You're
I
done.
like a little bit of cockburns.
Yeah,
though.
well,
It's not bad.
cockburns, they'd probably want a podcast with a guy who's got 2 testicles.
I think what.
Well, if they're gonna, if they got the whole cockburn thing, they're leaning into the cock angle. You don't want a cock with a single testicle.
I'll give them that. They're very
They're
cock
definitely
centric.
not gonna want.
But what I think would be really cool is after I find out that I have cancer,
Yep.
after I get my testicle removed,
Yeah.
new tchotchke.
Yo, we
Put
could,
that nut in a
we
jar?
could bronze it. We could bronze it and put it on the table.
Put that nut in a jar, baby. Put it like one of those babies in formaldehyde.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know if I want it in a jar. Like, let's think about. Let's look into bronzing it. We get a nice bronze.
I guess that could be cool.
Yeah, and
Maybe-
then you could start like bike riding. You
Yeah.
could do like the Lance Armstrong thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because
That
that's
seems like
what
a lot.
guys with one testicle do.
Yeah, but then we'd
They
have
do
like a-
feminine sports like bike
Well,
riding.
biking is pretty. Oh, by the way,
Name me one fighter who's got one testicle.
Did you fucking give Alex a Thick Boy Fight Club shirt?
No,
Is there
no.
Thick Boy Fight Club shirts?
not yet. No.
Why do I think I saw one in that post?
No, I that's just what Danny made for us, CheetoCon.
Yeah.
It's just a logo that he made for us, and I did like a pick stitch where I put us
Oh,
on
that's
the
what
bottom.
you did. That's what you did. Because
Yeah,
I was gonna
yeah,
say,
yeah.
how fuck? I don't know why my mind registered. I was already
Trust
infuriated
me,
with the
you're a
fact that
founding member of Thick Boy Fight Club. You'll get your shirt.
it just
once
seems
they
a little
drop.
very not my alley though, because I'm like a very
I'm
small
trying
person.
to get you to come.
I would like to come
Oh,
if you just stop
should
saying.
start your own Short
What?
Boy Fight Club. That doesn't have the same ring to
Does
it.
it? No, Thick Boy Fight Club sounds a lot better than Short Boy Fight Club.
One Nut Fight Club.
I'm gonna get a shirt that says
Less of a Man Fight Club.
no.
Your wife's gonna leave you Fight Club.
No, dude, these
Oh,
are
sorry.
all bad fucking names,
I'm sorry.
man.
I thought
God damn
something
it.
that for you in your situation.
Yeah, no. My balls have nothing to do with it. Why
Let's
does
not
that have
bring
to
your
be a
ball
Can we
into
just
it.
leave it? And we also don't know if I'm losing a ball, so let's stop talking about it as
Well-
if it's already happened.
Well, more than likely that thing's coming out. Okay.
Yeah, whatever,
So you got the testicle coming out. You got the fight happening.
Yeah, the
11,
fight is
21.
the
You got a lot
21st
going on.
Brawl in the Fall.
Yeah, the Brawl in the Fall.
Cobra versus the Bear.
That's right. That's how we're gonna market it.
That's how we're gonna market
We're gonna
it.
do 3 2-minute rounds.
All
You
the
guys-
proceeds.
All the proceeds go to charity, so you guys will feel good about buying the fight. We're
Mm-hmm.
not gonna charge you out the asshole. We're just gonna do something, where you could just make a donation to the Well, you would donate to watch the fight.
Yeah.
We're gonna put the fight on
Patreon.
On Patreon, so you just make a donation through Patreon.
Yeah.
Watch the video on Patreon. We're gonna set all that up for you guys.
But we're also not stingy. The truth is, the fight's probably going to come out on YouTube sometime after it.
Yeah,
but for the people that want to support
Yeah.
Barbells for Boobs and
yeah.
Make-A-Wish Foundation, which are the two charities that we're going to be
so
donating the money
Lionheart
to.
is going to donate. We're going to donate half the proceeds to Lionheart, half the proceeds to Barbell for Boobs for Alex. I spoke to Coach Caesar. He said, let's just donate our share to
Make-A-Wish.
the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yeah, so
So what I'm
kids
going
and
to do
breast
is I'm going to
cancer.
take all the money. I'm going to buy Dave that other testicle.
Yes.
We
You
just
know what's-
made a wish happen, baby.
What do you think is better, right? I was thinking this. Either we put something pliable in the sack, because I don't want an empty sack. I think it'll throw off my
Yeah.
equilibrium, right? So we put something pliable in the sack, something like a stress ball. And what I could do is
Okay.
I can go around to folks and I can go have a couple drinks at a bar and say,
you could hit
I'll
me
tell
in
you
the
what,
nuts.
you put $50 in my hand and I'll put my ball on this table and let you hammer fist it with everything you got. And sure, maybe I'll get a blood blister or something on the
Yeah, I
skin.
mean, it's going to pinch the skin.
It's gonna pinch the skin,
But
but
it's not
after
like
a couple
crushing a
drinks
testicle.
afterwards.
Yeah.
But put a nice cool 50 in my hand, right? Or
Definitely could use that. So you could give it to another guy who's lying about his predicament and his work
that's
situation.
not no.
Because
Now
you're over there just handing 50s out.
I'm not just handing 50s. Look, you talking about that homeless guy? It took
Yeah,
me
I'm
a second to
talking
catch
about-
on there,
I'm
right?
talking about
I haven't seen him,
that
so who
homeless
knows?
guy.
Maybe
He took that 50 and
he
then
invested it. He flipped it.
Yep. Got
Now-
himself some Bitcoin.
Now he's touring around the country giving TED Talks.
Now
so
he's doing
fuck
well.
you.
There you go.
Because I helped that man up out of the gutter.
You're such a good guy.
I am a good guy. I'm an unbelievably good guy. Or the other idea that I had was maybe put something oddly shaped, like if we could talk
Like a
to our
Tonka
guy, Bougie Works, and I can have Bougie take some other vehicle of our choosing, and maybe figure out a way to strip it, disinfect it, hermetically seal it,
Put it in your nuts.
and then we'll put that in the sack. And then every once in a while, I'll go, "You want to feel something weird?" And I'll pull that nut out, and I'll let somebody go, "What?" And then we'll play a little game. Guess what make and model?
Okay.
Is in my
that's-
sack.
I mean, if I were you, I would stick with the one nut and go aerodynamic, you know?
Aerodynamic.
For sure.
Can we put a fun shape though? You're
heart
saying
would
remove
be
it.
dope.
A heart or like a triangle would really throw people for a loop. But if you hammer fisted that bad boy,
like one of those dies that have like 26 like numbers
oh
on
yeah,
them?
like the Dungeons and Dragons die.
Exactly.
Not a bad move.
All right, guys.
Good things coming down the pipe.
Thank you very much. This was episode 18.
Episode 18.
Don't do that. No. This is episode 18 of Dave and Jay versus the World. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Jay. He's Dave.
It is
and
true.
we're out.
We love you. That was not racist, by the way. That's Aku.
That's totally racist.
Dave and Jay versus the world.